And we are live. We are live on this Saturday night, and we are about we're gonna watch this video. We're gonna review this video that about parents men finding out that that they are not the father. Emotional court reveals. All right, let's watch it. Let's watch this thing. Let's see what's up with this.
Mr. Hamilton, you have petitioned the court for a lie detector test on Ms. Lombardi, as well as DNA testing regarding her baby daughter.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say it is your belief that the defendant was unfaithful to you around the time of conception.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're asking the court to administer these tests to help you prove it once and for all.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lombardi, you argue that Mr. Hamilton is simply blinded by jealousy and paranoia.
Yes, Your Honor.
So much so, you say he previously went behind your back and had your other 3 children tested
Your
for
Honor.
paternity
Yes.
without your knowledge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Today, you're asking the court to rule against DNA testing for your daughter because you say it's not necessary.
That's right, Your Honor. Yes.
So, Mr. Hamilton, are your fears that Miss Lombardi's cheating simply jealousy?
No, Your Honor. It's actually history and reality. Like you just stated, I had to get our other 3 tested behind her back after she admitted to cheating with the first one. So the other 2, it was like, wow, there go the question right there. And with the baby in your question right now,
we should not have to be here, Your Honor. We should not have to be here.
Your Honor.
I have 4 kids with this man. 4 kids.
3 in the
We
process.
should not have to be here for this one.
I know
Your
I'm
Honor,
flunk mine, but
Your Honor, before you read the results, I would like to say something to Mr. Hamilton. May
Well,
I?
this would be the time. Yes.
You were right.
about what?
I cheated with your
What?
friend.
That ain't nothing new. Oh,
What?
that is mine.
Okay,
Really
that's not
did that,
funny.
man?
Yes, twice.
The night I came on, we
Yes,
was outside.
I really did. Yes, I
Man.
cheated, Your Honor.
And it's his baby
It's-
right here.
It is a possibility.
Told you.
How many times have you cheated, Mr. Hamilton? 2002 to
That's a long time.
2014 is a long time.
How many?
Maybe 18.
He's lying. Do you see what I deal with? But I still stay with him. Even though all the stuff
But
that I
y'all-
go through
yeah.
with him
Yeah.
and him denying our children. And this is what I get.
Mr. Hamilton,
Yes, ma'am.
you are her father.
Oh my God, I knew it. I told you. I knew it. I told you.
Oh,
I told you.
man. Are you kidding me,
I
man?
told you.
I got you, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I deeply apologize.
Okay.
And I'll make it up to her, too, man.
She got that
I
look
knew
like
it.
her
I knew
time.
it.
Ms. Lawrence, you claim that 6 months ago, your mother, the defendant, shared a secret she'd kept from you your entire life. After 28 years believing one man was your biological father, you've now learned it may be another. You have petitioned the court for a paternity test to find out if the man waiting outside of our courtroom today is indeed your biological father.
She called me about 6 months ago. And when I answered the phone, she was hysterically crying. And of course, I didn't know what was going on. And I'm asking her, what's wrong? What's wrong? She's beating around the bush, telling me all these random stories. And then finally, she goes into saying that she met some random man on the bus and that he could possibly be my father.
In the conversation with Rudolph, I told him it's a possibility that I may have your child.
Wow. What was his response to this?
I said, he say, what would make you think that it's my daughter? I say, because there's really no resemblance to the man that she calls her father.
She had called me and we talked for a while. She said she had something to tell me. She said I might have a daughter. And, I got quiet at first and I couldn't believe it. It was like, and then she told me she was 28 years old. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a long time. That's a lot of time lost out of a kid's life.
I mean, they kind of look alike, though.
When we separated, I used to come back by her mom's house and just see if I can see her out or anything. But I guess they had moved. And
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Miss Lawrence. Yeah.
Why do you want to know if I'm your child or not?
because I think it's important to know who are my kids, if I have kids.
It's been a
out there.
really long time. Like I can't fault you at all. I can't fault you for what's going on, but you can't push me on the swing no more. Like
No, it's a lot of time lost.
Yeah, I
I mean,
can't be pushed on the swing. No more big wheels. What do
I
you
could
think
just get
this
to
is?
know you and try to spend some time with you.
Mr. Rockmore, you are her father.
Happy Mother's Day.
Wow, man. Wow. Huh.
Oh,
No, leave me
Yeah.
alone right now, please, Mom. Stop. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
damn.
Happy Mother's Day
Wow.
to all the mothers out there.
Tough.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. It's tough out here. Man. It's rough out in these streets.
Lawrence, there's some
It's
tissue
very
for
rough
you.
out here in these streets.
Man down. Man down.
Hey.
Mom, get back on the side.
28 years? You kept him away from his dad? Man
Can you
down.
put your feelings into words and explain?
I can't even.
Man
I
down.
don't even
Man down.
have words.
Happy,
Time for me to
happy
get set
Mother's
up for
Day.
therapy, and I use this room as my office. But the desk is over here, and so when I
Ms. Lockridge, you've dragged the defendant, Mr. Tidwell, to court because he has refused to acknowledge your 10-month-old son, King. You are 100% sure he's the father and claim today's results will prove your case.
I'm
Mr.
like, say,
Tidwell, you say you were never in a serious relationship with Ms. Lockridge and you were stunned when
you
she
are the
told you she
father.
was pregnant. The timing leads you to suspect that baby King's father must be another man. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Lockridge, tell me about Mr. Tidwell's relationship with your son.
Your Honor, Mr. Tidwell does not have a relationship with my son. The only time he's actually seen my son is when I've made it a convenience for him and brought him to him. That means traveling 4 hours on bus, driving 2 hours on the car to drive to him. He hasn't helped with diapers. He barely helped with any clothes, and it hurts. It's frustrating. He named my son King. And how am I supposed to raise a king and he's not there?
You named him King, Mr. Tidwell,
Yes, Your Honor.
but you don't have a relationship with him.
Nope, because Your Honor, I think she's more wants me to be the dad than she really believes I'm the dad. She's obsessed with me, and she's done a Obsessed lot of with different you? things to make me feel like I'm not the father.
All right, I'd like to hear from your mother, Mr. Tidwell. Miss Harrington, will you please stand? Step up to the podium. You are Mr. Tidwell's mother.
Yes.
What do you believe, ma'am? Do you believe this is your grandson?
She is very obsessed with my son.
I'm not obsessed. I was in love with him.
All she talks about is how much she wants to be with him and how she's got a prayer closet at home for him. One day he's going to be her husband. Well, this is just obsession, really.
But he has admitted, Mom, to being intimate with Miss Lockridge.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why is it so far-fetched that he could be King's biological father?
Because there was such a long span of time in between. I don't know anything about this young lady, really, other than being King's
That's because your
mother.
son kept me a secret because I'm actually somebody he could be with, but he's afraid of commitment. Can I submit one more thing?
Absolutely.
The birth certificate. There's no dad's name on it. That's all I want today. And if my son's name is King Tidwell, he needs the man that named him King Tidwell to be in his life.
You didn't just pick the name King. You gave him his last name, too.
But yet he's going to deny my son?
From your actions.
Denying is not the problem, Your Honor. It's
From
the
your
actions
actions.
of the way she's been acting,
Yes.
the things she do, and the men, the
So
other
wait
men.
a minute. What I want to understand quickly, you name the child.
I gave her the name that I wanted my son to have.
Because
Yes.
at that moment
And
you
she
thought,
put it on there. Exactly. Yes, Your Honor.
at that moment you thought the baby
Yeah.
was yours. Then later on, you started to believe he was not
Yes.
because of what you heard
No, what I've seen. Her
and what
actions.
you've seen. Mr. Tidwell, you are not his father.
Happy Mother's
Are
Day.
you kidding me?
Messed up, man.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm
God
sorry.
dang.
God damn it.
From the bottom of my
down.
broken heart, Wallace Tidwell,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
another man back
And
down.
to your
Come
whole
on
family,
down.
I apologize. I have no idea who his dad is at this point.
We know
Huh?
that. We
I'm
know
sorry,
that.
but I didn't
It's
sleep.
okay. Calm. Oh, dude.
Oh, Ron, get her.
Oh, boy. I knew it.
Woman down.
I knew it.
Man.
Fireman.
Okay.
Headbutt.
Gianna, calm down, babe. It's okay. We're all here. We're all here.
Juliana, I'm here with you. I'm not gonna leave you. Okay?
Man, I'm tired, man.
Calm down.
Man, I'm real tired.
Let it out. Let it out.
Just sit down, honey. It's okay. It's okay.
I just want to talk bad about it.
We handle very serious issues in this courtroom. And I think what we all witnessed today
My Lord.
is she truly believed that Mr. Tidwell, you were her child's father. The truth, sometimes it breaks us down and we need a minute to process it. And she needs a minute.
Yes.
Miss Kelso, you are in court today to prove that Mr. Davis is the father of your 9-month-old baby, Connor Kelso.
Yes, Your Honor.
You claim